and I hope that you come back for even more in the future. Thank you, and welcome to our wonderful city.
Thank you so much, Mayor Elicker. Now, a note about what you are going to see over the next 90 minutes. So, we're at an innovation summit, right? In the same way that startups and early stage companies often need to create MVPs to gain early traction, to raise funding, large-scale arts projects must create proof of concept in the same way. The 5 projects that you're going to see tonight are exactly in that proof of concept stage. At this stage, scripts have been written, the music has been composed, the storyboards drawn, and the teams assembled. And at this seed stage moment, each of the creators behind these pieces are asking themselves, how do I take the next step? As we know, creators are entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs are creators. And these next steps usually involve finding the right strategic partners to raise capital and to design a pathway for the piece to find its audience. Another note about tonight's performance. Art that speaks to the excitement of humanity today is often gritty, daring, and full of challenging ideas. Where there needs to be trigger warnings, we will give them, and please feel free to respond however you need to. And here is an invitation. Because this is an innovation space, we get to follow up with our artists directly after the performance. Where there are things you are curious about, please do not hesitate to continue the conversation with the artist after the performance, both at our fabulous after party at Jazzy's Cabaret, which you will hear more about in just a minute, and tomorrow in the courtyard and pitch competitions where every one of these creators will be presenting their work. The best part about a space like this is that we have all of the creators here together, and we can meaningfully engage these creators about their work and about their future plans for the work. Everyone in this auditorium right now wants these pieces to go forward and to find their audience. Our next act is a play by the incomparable Mikan Holmquist called Stargazers. In Stargazers, a corporation is seeking to buy a piece of farmland in Kansas to develop into a master-planned community. They have their sight set on Rita Old's farm, which has been abandoned since the death of her daughter, Kate, 9 years earlier. But Rita has a secret she's been keeping since Kate's death. And before she can make the decision on whether or not to sell, she must enlist the help of one of Kate's high school friends to help her. Please help me welcome the company of Stargazers.
A farm, soon. A farmhouse, 9 years abandoned.
Peeling paint, broken windows, the yard is full-grown brome ready to be cut and baled.
A yard light illuminates the ground around it. In the yard, a trampled down area with a campfire and an old picnic table.
The campfire is half-hearted but effective, as fire always is. Its glow illuminates 4 people, Casey, Avery, Jessica, and Freda.
Shadows, ghosts, glimmers. The 4 share beers and stories.
Another one?
Yeah. God, I haven't...
Me too, Jessica.
Haven't what?
I don't know the last time I had beer.
Really? I love a good
Summer.
cold.
It tastes like summer.
Right, cold and, yeah, summer.
Rodeos. This was a great idea.
I know. I thought Freda's back in town. What better way to celebrate?
Commemorate.
Yes, commemorate than out here.
We should do this again.
Before Freda leaves us again.
Yes, like make a tradition.
I'm down.
Yes, let's. With more beer.
White wine. That's what
Ugh.
Very cosmopolitan for this country girl, right? It too is cold.
I love thinking of you in the city, drinking your fancy wine.
I'm very sophisticated now, y'all. No more rodeos for me.
Ugh.
White wine has less, this chemical thing, whatever it is, you get less hungover from it. I read an article.
Which one is this?
It's, beer case.
No. This spot. The Olds Farm, when we started using it for pasture parties way back when, what did we call it?
Stargazers.
We called it stargazers.
So romantic.
We did, what do you mean we did?
Freda and I, we named it.
Top of the world, pixies, the dugout, prom place. What else is there?
There's that one out by Marquette.
And that was top of the world.
What was the one south of town? In that pasture, the big pond? The best parties were at that one.
Wasn't that like the committee? What was it?
No.
The guild.
That's right, the
Yes.
guild. I wonder who came up with that one.
You named this one. Huh? I didn't know that. Why Stargazers?
Don't laugh at me.
Why would I laugh at you?
After Kate died, I watched The Lion King over and over again.
That seems apt.
Why?
Well, the themes of brutality and animal instinct and, you know.
Anyway, after Mr. and Mrs. Olds moved out, we came out here.
Freda and me.
Yeah, and drank a whole lot of. What was it? It was see-through.
Vodka.
No,
Everclear.
Everclear. Everclear and Dr. Pepper. So gross. And we were laying on the ground, drunk as skunks, looking up at the stars, and I say, "Look at those stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone," jeez, I'm getting emotional. "Just remember, those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I."
And then we danced.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Maybe it's the Everclear, but I don't remember ever being like, "And from this time forward, this shall be called Stargazers." We just like started calling it that the next day, and the name stuck. I don't even remember who.
Me, it was me.
Oh, well, I thought
I
maybe
mean, the Lion King thing, but I was the one who said stargazers.
Right.
In the first place, as a tribute. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It was a collective effort.
You know, there are a lot of things I don't miss about Kansas. And I swear to God, if I get asked about Wizard of Oz or tornadoes one more time, I swear to God. But you can't see the stars in LA.
Well, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
When did they move out of here? The Olds.
Right after Kate died, I think it was 10 years ago.
You told me 9. You think she haunts it?
Ooh, yeah. Do you think she does?
I don't even want to consider.
Could be here right now.
Sneaking up on us?
We're about to
Guys.
jump us,
Or like pass through
Please
us?
don't do this.
like in Ghostbusters.
Come in, Ray.
Venkman, I saw it! I saw it! I saw it!
It's right here, Ray. It's looking at me.
Seriously, it's not
Oh
okay
man,
to
what
joke
does he
about
say?
this.
He says,
Oh, he's like, he's an ugly little spud, isn't he?
But yes, and he's like, you slimed me.
Stop. Be respectful.
It's not funny.
Jesus Christ, we're just joking.
Sorry, you're right. Kate wouldn't slime.
What?
I loved Kate. She was my best friend. My first friend.
Mine too.
We just ought to be. This is sacred ground.
I meant no disrespect.
I know, Avery. I loved Kate so freaking much. I went to see a psychic a couple months ago.
Really?
You believe all that bullshit?
I actually thought Kate was haunting me. I'd be in my apartment and I'd hear this scratching sound on the wall. Turns out it was Tommy's, I don't know what to call her, mistress, lover. She lived next door and it was this secret sign thing she'd do to find out if he was home and horny.
Asshole.
Yeah, turns out he was. I thought I was going to marry that guy. But at the time, before I knew it was that bitch, I thought I was going crazy. My therapist kept saying all these things about projection and emotional landscapes, and whatever. And so I go to the psychic, right, and I tell her about how I think I'm being haunted by Kate. And she says, ghosts haunt places, not people.
That is not true.
Just shut up, Avery. You've already caused enough issues.
Oh, listen, I read this article that
Pass
said...
me another beer.
We're almost out.
I got a bottle of whiskey in my car.
You came prepared.
Sure did.
What do you think of that? Ghosts haunt places, not people.
I don't know about ghosts and haunting and all that, but I thought I saw Kate once.
What?
Really?
Yeah, but this was 2 or so years after she, and you had all just left for college. And I was farming for my dad. Mr. and Mrs. Olds, they were going through their divorce, and neither of them were living here already. So they were fighting over the property, and Rita hired me to just, mow the lawn, swad the hay, bale it, that sort of thing. So one day, I'm out here for a couple hours doing chores, and it's bright. It's summer daylight, and I keep seeing something out of the corners of my eyes. I think it's just the sun, how it gets in those spots in your eyes when it's so bright. And then the sun starts to set, and it's that kind of sun that you can't really drive in. It's like that kind that gets right in your eyes. It's too low to block with the visor thing in your car. And I'm mowing the lawn, and I'm headed toward that kind of light. So I can barely see a thing when suddenly this figure blocks it. It stands right in front of the sun. She's just a silhouette there out on the horizon, and it's Kate.
You never told me that.
What happened?
I shut off the mower, and I called to her. I walked to the tree line, and she disappeared.
Oh, it could have been anybody.
It was Kate.
How do you know?
Okay. Right before she died, they amputated her arms.
I didn't know that.
This figure I saw had no arms.
Just gave me tingles. Why didn't you ever tell us?
Never came up before.
The high schoolers still using the spot?
Still call it stargazers, too. You'll be happy to know.
How do you know?
I hear talk around the halls, especially on the court. Those boys aren't so careful around their coaches. They have all their parties on strict rotation, which they determine through a careful set of codes they text to each other the day of. This one is a star and a set of googly eyes.
They tell you this?
I'm their coach.
They know about Kate?
I don't know. A bunch of kids have died since then. I'm gonna get that whiskey.
A middle console in my truck.
I like him, Case. He's cute.
Yeah, thinking you might be a keeper.
Actually, it's funny talking about all this. Did I tell you all why I'm here?
Huh?
I get this call last week from Mrs. Old. Says she'll buy me a plane ticket home if I just come out here and do her a favor.
What's the favor?
No idea. Said she'd tell me when I got here.
That's so weird. What?
What?
Mrs. Olds bought Freda a plane ticket to come up here.
Why?
Dunno. Some favor she wants me to do for her.
I don't believe in ghosts.
I didn't either until
I don't
happened.
believe they haunt places or people or anything. When people die, they die. That's it.
I don't know, Jessica. I saw what I saw.
There's
It was
probably
right
a
there.
psychological
Don't do that, Jessica.
The sun was in his eyes.
Jessica.
I'm not doing anything.
He saw it, not you.
Her, not it. It was her. She was there.
I'm sure you saw something, Case. I just think if we want to see something badly enough, we're going to see it.
Maybe this is why I didn't tell anyone till tonight.
Well, I believe in ghosts. And I believe Kate is with me. Now and all the time.
Whatever.
What is your deal?
I loved Kate.
We all did, Jess.
And I could have done a favor for her. I could have.
What was I supposed to say?
Call Jess.
I was homesick.
You got that whiskey, Ave? Who wants some?
I hate whiskey.
Well, I don't have any fancy wine for fancy Freda.
Oh, I didn't say I wouldn't drink it, just that I wouldn't like it.
Is there any more beer in there?
Yeah,
Can I have one?
here you go.
Okay. Whatever else is true, here's to Kate. Getting emotional again. May her soul rest in peace.
To Kate.
Thank you so much. So Stargazers was recently in development with Page 73 as part of Miken's year-long fellowship. And I just wanted to mention that it was one of the most stirring and haunting pieces of theater that I have seen in years. Miken has this unbelievable way of capturing a sense of time and place, and truthfully writes some of the best endings to plays I have ever seen. When you talk to Miken, ask her about the next steps for Stargazers. This is definitely a play that's ready for its first full production. Next up is one of our most creative projects, not just in terms of content, but also in terms of production model. You see, Screw City is not a play or a musical, it's an independent movie with a unique go-to-market plan. Be sure to ask Joselito about it. What you are about to hear is a performance of the original song, Never Gonna Break, written for the film Screw City. The film follows a teenager trying to escape her Midwestern town through her punk rock band. Here to play for you is the film's lead actor, Sonny Keller, and the song's writer and Smoking Popes frontman, Josh Caterer. Give it up.
Another dream dies just like all the other ones. I ought to be used to it by now. I almost believed this one was bound to come true, but they never do anyhow. Maybe I'm afraid to be alone, wondering what to do and where to go. But even if it looks like I won't make it, my heart is never really gonna break. It's only gonna bleed a little while. I won't be falling all the way apart, that's not my style. You're never gonna have the satisfaction knowing that you hurt me any more than I could take. And my heart is never really gonna break.
Another year gone and I'm still restless at heart, looking for something I can't find. Almost believe that I could see it in your eyes. Oh well, better luck next time. Okay, I'm a mess, but that's alright. Nobody is gonna burn half as bright. And even if it looks that I am broken, my heart is never really gonna break. It's only gonna bleed a little while. I won't be falling all the way apart. That's not my style. You're never gonna have the satisfaction of knowing that you hurt me any more than I could take. 'Cause my heart is never really gonna break. What have I been waiting for? I don't even know. I'm gonna shake the dust of this town off and just go, go, go. My heart is never really gonna break. It's only gonna bleed a little while. I won't be falling all the way It's not my style. You're never gonna have the satisfaction of knowing that you hurt me any more than I could take. 'Cause my heart is never really gonna break. Never gonna break, never gonna break, never gonna break.
Never gonna break.
Never gonna break, never gonna break, never gonna break. Never gonna break, never gonna break, never gonna break. Never gonna break, no, not for you anyhow.
Oh my God, we have a guest appearance for our for our next speaker. So the showcase has everything. Please help me welcome Screw City's writer and MOC artist Joselito Sladera. Joselito, can you tell me why you were up here in the first place?
To help you out with this transition.
Right, because I talked too much today.
She wanted to put a face in the movie, so I'm Joselito. I'm the writer, director, and producer. The roadie over here in the suit is Chris Bertola. He's my co-producer on this. First, I just want to thank MLC for believing in this movie and supporting it, and for putting us in such awesome and wonderful and talented company. So first off, on that. And then if you like what these guys did, they're going to be playing individual sets at Jazzy's tonight at the after party. So come on, check it out. Talk to them, talk to us, talk to everyone else in MLC, and also we'll be shooting the final shots of our proof of concept, which is a music video for the song. So if you're at Jazzy's tonight, you'll probably be in a music video, which will premiere in the screening room upstairs tomorrow, which you should check out. Stop by so you can see all the projects involved with Midnight Oil Collective. So thank you so much.
Oh my God. I bet that you didn't know that you too would be in a music video. Look at you artists. Thank you so much, Joselito. Yes, of course, please come to the after party at Jazzy's Cabaret. In partnership with CT Next, we have created the perfect networking opportunity for artists. At the after party, you'll be able to listen to live performances by 5015, by these folks, by Rashawn Demija, and other MOC artists. We'll also have drinks and appetizers, so please take the opportunity to mix and mingle and get a bite to eat and a drink on MOC and just get to know each other. That after party starts immediately after this event, so make your way to Jazzy's after our final act concludes. Speaking of our next act, Friend Animals is a play by Morella Martin Cook. Yeah, give it up for Morella. You are going to see an excerpt from the first scene of the play, and these are Morella's words exactly. All you need to know is that despite their identical holy gowns, 3 friends harbor secret, rebellious dreams.
Three young women, Laura Mary, Karen Marie Catherine, and Alex Chloe, are draped in silks and wearing long dance skirts.
Thank you to the holy dancers for their dance honoring the Virgin Her, Mother of the Bread, as we start this, the Adventageous season. This is the part about the bread.
Alex, Chloe, why are you coming up with us?
I'm getting some bread.
And the bread.
Alex, Chloe, we've been over this. The bread is only for people who believe. Only
Traditional bread. Take the bread. I know. Look, I've done this before.
I am the bread is me, and you should eat me.
He just said we should do it.
You don't believe in bread.
So
you were literally
I'm
going to burn in hell for
hungry.
this, you basic bitch.
And this is the part about the wine. And the wine. Bread tastes good with wine. The wine is blood, it's mine. The wine is me, it's time to drink me.
Alex, Chloe, this is not a good idea.
I'm already in line. I can't turn back now. Everyone will see.
Just get a blessing. Just cross your arms over your chest and get a freaking blessing.
I'm hungry.
Come on, Alex, Chloe. I'll give you a granola bar if you sit down.
Come on over here and get me. Eat me, drink me. Be amazing. Drink my blood and eat my body.
Cross my hands over my heart.
No, over your whole chest, like your boobs, kind of. And he'll just give you a blessing.
Why do you know this?
I used to be second bred. Second bred people eat bread the same as traditional bred people. It's just not the bread. And we are cool with divorce and said yes to birth control and gay marriage already. I mean, they are. Second breds are. I'm not. I got better. I'm trad bred now. How are things going with Ryan, Matthew, Ralph?
Oh, we broke up.
What?
I told you about it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. It was ages ago. He knew it was coming. I knew it needed to happen. He's totally needy.
Really? I mean, in
He just
what way is he needy?
needs constant reinforcement. He's always asking me what I think, and when we don't agree, he flips out.
That sounds nice.
How long ago did you guys break up?
Monday?
Monday?
That explains it.
That explains what, Alex, Chloe?
Why you were so not nice on Monday and Tuesday?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I bitchy? Monday was a lot. Plus, I was on my period.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
Alex, Chloe, why did you say oh when Laura Mary said she was on her period?
I don't want to tell you. I was just thinking. I said oh by accident.
If you think I was not nice on Monday, you're really not going to like how I am today if you don't finish that effing thought.
Alex, Chloe,
I'm sorry. Just my mom warned me I should never break up with my boyfriend while I'm on my period. She said your period can make you hate people you really are in love with, and if you break up with them, you could wind up regretting it for the rest of your life.
that sucks for your mom. But you don't have a boyfriend, and I think in Laura Mary's case it's different.
Yeah, I want to focus on school and my friends. My priorities have shifted.
Aw, Laura Mary.
You're really important to me. I just want to spend as much time as possible with you before we go to college.
Thanks, Laura Mary. That's really nice.
So you and Ryan, Matthew, Ralph are done? You're single and he's single?
I mean, it was amicable. It wasn't mutual, but he accepted it, and we're going to stay friends.
Are you going to keep going to youth group? Are we going to keep going?
Why would we not?
Because you guys aren't together anymore.
Karen Marie Catherine, I broke up with Ryan, Matthew, Ralph, not Bread.
So true.
Okay, the mass is ended.
Thanks be for the bread.
Alex, Chloe!
What?
You don't believe in bread.
Yeah, but I know the lines.
You were like footsteps from hell, sweetie, but you do you. See you later.
Oh, you're leaving?
My dad's picking me up. We have family therapy.
Cool!
Alex, Chloe, it's not
I'm sorry.
cool.
I meant that it's great.
Whatever.
Damn it.
What?
She didn't give me the granola bar.
There was no granola bar, Alex, Chloe.
You think so? Yeah, well, she's probably right. She's just trying to help me stay on track. It's too bad we can't carpool with Laura Mary.
To family therapy.
I mean, like in general.
Yeah, well, she lives the other way.
I know. Everyone over there is so rich.
I wish I had a car. Then I wouldn't have spent all my time waiting to get picked up. I could just go.
I wish we both had cars. Oh, I hope we're not going to talk about sex trafficking at youth group again. It's such a downer.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's like they're warning us to stay in our place.
Yeah? Or just like, it's really sad.
Yeah. Plus, if we're going to talk about women's rights, I would rather talk about something a little closer to home. Like how the guys do almost all the talking in youth group.
Really?
Haven't you noticed?
You talk a lot. I feel like sometimes you talk like the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm the only girl who does. It's like I'm talking for all the girls.
Maybe if you didn't talk so much, the rest of us could get a word in.
Well, now I don't know what to do.
I know, I'm
It's
sorry.
like you're not talking, but I have something to say.
I'm sorry. You don't talk too much.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think I'm just getting
Because I don't need to be
hangry.
talking. I can just listen. But then you would have to say something.
Just tell me what you want to tell me.
I definitely don't need to.
No, I want you to tell me.
Okay, but I need you to prepare yourself because it's major.
Okay.
Are you sure you're prepared?
Yes.
Anyone who knows anything of history knows that great social changes are impossible without feminine upheaval. Social progress can be measured exactly by the social position of the fair sex, the ugly ones included.
What?
Karl Marx said that.
Is that like the whole thing?
Are you getting it?
No. Who's Karl Marx?
From communism.
What?
Communism.
But isn't communism like bad?
Is it?
I mean, yeah, I think it's really bad, like long lines and work camps and gulags.
Okay, fine, whatever. Just ignore the communism part for a second and just listen to this one line from it. Anyone who knows anything of history knows that great social changes are impossible without feminine upheaval. Social progress can be measured exactly by the social position of the fair sex, the ugly ones included.
The ugly ones? Who are the ugly ones?
Ignore that.
Okay, so I'm ignoring what it says and the fact that it's like the Karl Marx from communism.
Okay, just listen. Great social changes are impossible without feminine upheaval. Social progress can be measured exactly by the social position of the fair sex.
And people of color.
Right.
And trans and non-binary folks.
Right.
And differently abled people.
I mean, of course, yes, I'm sure all of that was intended.
I'm not.
Well, I am. We are talking about social progress, Alex, Chloe.
Karl Marx is like old and white and dead. I don't think he was woke.
He was totally woke.
He was totally not woke. He was calling women the fair sex.
We can totally debate whether or not he was woke, Alex, Chloe, but the fact is that Karl Marx talks about how in capitalism, women are expected to do all this unpaid domestic labor. And if it were really a great society, there would be equality, and that work would be valued. But to get to that great society, we would have to have feminine upheaval first.
What's feminine upheaval?
I don't know, but it sounds good, right?
It sounds awesome! Lately, I've been hearing a lot about the need for a general strike.
Yeah. What are you bringing to youth group tonight?
This?
Me too. I just wish I'd known earlier that Laura Mary and Ryan Matthew Ralph had broken up.
Why? Because it's gonna be really awkward?
Sure.
It's okay. We'll both be there for Laura.
Right. What is that?
I got this new lip gloss.
Yeah?
It's got a chemical in it or something that makes your lips get fat.
Yeah?
Yeah, like really big. Laura told me about it. I've been using it.
I think it's working.
Thank you so much, friend animals. Now, I can't say much, but keep your eyes peeled. If you like what you saw up there tonight, there might be an opportunity nearby to see friend animals up on its feet in the coming year. And how amazing would it be to say that you saw it here first at the Yale Innovation Summit? I know. Now, the final act of this evening is a musical called The Bridge. Now, as we saw with Shimmer, musicals can contain a lot of people. Our fabulous director, Tim Cook, has asked me to vamp, so I am here to get you excited about tomorrow, or day 2 of the summit. Tomorrow morning, the first thing we're going to do as part of the arts track is our education wing, hosted by Allison Chu over at Sci-City. Not only will you see some students pitch from the University of Michigan and from Yale University, but you'll also be able to engage with educators from across the country who are examining the artist residency model as a conduit for bringing practicing artists together with student artists. After that, make your way over to the courtyard where you'll be able to engage with work with all of these fabulous creators and ask them about the work that you saw tonight. They will be situated alongside our colleagues in the tracks of biotech, health, climate, and tech, and you'll get to see the full scope of the innovation landscape at Yale. There are 3 panels being hosted tomorrow. First is What is the ROI for the Arts, moderated by John Kao. Second is What does cultural equity mean for the arts, moderated by Adrian Jefferson. And the third is a panel about centering creators, led by Keith Hamilton Cobb. If you've ever been interested in the financial process behind investing in creative projects like the ones that you've seen tonight, please join us on the 4th floor for a seminar in investing in creative assets. Our final event of the summit is an opportunity. Our final event for the summit is an opportunity for 10 artists to take the stage live and live out their best Shark Tank dreams during the pitch competition at 2:30. And of course, as mentioned before, we will wrap up the full summit with an industry read of Shimmer at Yale Schwarzman Center. So, tomorrow's a big day. Please hydrate and join us tomorrow for everything that the arts track has to offer. Okay, are we all ready to go? All right. Our final piece of the evening is called The Bridge. Inspired by true events, The Bridge is a new musical epic that tells the story of the woman who secretly built the Brooklyn Bridge. When Emily Roebling's husband falls mysteriously ill and is unable to continue as chief engineer, Emily must take up the reins in an era and a half century before women were allowed to vote. Set in the fractured wake of the American Civil War, The Bridge explores the forces that unite and divide us. It is a story of mistakes and forgiveness, of great sacrifice and even greater hope, of finding a way forward across the uncrossable, together. Performing for you tonight are the creators themselves. These artists, they can do everything. Welcome Peter Hodgson and Kathleen Wren to the stage along with the full company of The Bridge.
When we look at a building 1,000 feet high, and we see how its walls climb from soil to sky, do we ask as we stand in their shade, when and how those walls we see were made?
When we ride on a railway through state after state and rely on the rails that are bearing our weight, do we wonder while journeying on just whose work it is we ride upon?
When we look at a building,
When we ride on a railway,
when we look at a building,
do we stop to look back once we've crossed? Remembering who paid the cost, how they lived,
Who they love.
and what they lost.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Wren,
And I'm Peter Hodgson.
and we are the creators of the new musical epic, The Bridge, inspired by the true story of the woman who secretly built the Brooklyn Bridge.
Tonight, with the help of these talented musicians, we would like to share a few of our songs with you.
The next song is sung by our protagonist, Emily Roebling, wife of the chief engineer. When the musical begins, Emily wants more than anything to reconnect with her husband, Washington, after a tragic accident has shattered their once fairy tale marriage.
But Washington insists on keeping her at a distance. While he leaves for the worksite, Emily stays behind in their Brooklyn Heights home, trying to figure out how to pick up the pieces.
Everything that's broken was once whole. Every shard and fragment was once perfectly in place. Every ruin was a castle. Every shattered mess was once a priceless vase or two. But every now and then misfortune falls. Every now and then the ground beneath you wears away, and you swear you're not that fragile, and you're sure that lives don't change in just one day. But they do. Yet if I can remember how we were way back when, if I can remember, I can make us whole again. Take me back, back before it happened. Take me back, back when we were dreaming wide awake, when days were ours to share, full of promise, rich and rare, that only grew. Take me back, take me back. Every crack and fracture can be healed. Grab a jar of paste, pick up the pieces, and you start. Press the edges till they cling together and bring together what was forced apart. But can you heal a heart? Oh, please let me remember how we were not long ago. For if I can remember, then my God, I'll make it so. Take me back, back before it happened. Take me back, back to stubborn hope we couldn't shake, when joy was all we'd known, and like painted glass we shone so bright and new. Take me back, take me back to you.
On the other side of the river, in the 5 Points neighborhood of New York, we find the Irish community, whose men make up the vast majority of the bridge's workforce.
But when they are on the site, they go by another name. Digging underground in the pressurized caisson chambers deep below the river floor, in a sweltering, hellish environment lit only by limelight, they call themselves
The Sandhogs.
Into the airlock, cover your ears from the steam whistle scream and the rising of the atmospheres. Out of the airlock, hatch in the floor, to the foul murky bow of a netherworld you've never seen before.
Down and down we go, down and down we go, down and down we go, down like a sandhog. Down and down we go, down and down we go, down and down we go, down in the caisson. Bucket is empty, fill it up full.
With the fetid slime and wetted grime, and give the pulley rope a pull.
Fill up another.
Sweat like a pig, keep the pace or be replaced. We've still got 45 more feet to do.
Down and down we go, down and down we go, down and down we go, down like a sandhog. Down and down we go, down and down we go, down and down we go, down in the caisson. Water flows past the wall could fall, and what the hell would happen to us? Don't think about it. Could the crash of a wave, the roof could cave. I wonder how we dig in our grave. Don't think about it. Down and down we go, down and down we go, down and down we go, down like a sandhog. Down and down we go, down and down we go, down and down we go, down in the caisson.
For the sandhogs, digging in the caisson was hardly glamorous. But while our men are hard at work on the site, our women are working just as hard back in the points, selling apples by day and, well, something else by night.
Welcome to the point, good sir. That's such a splendid suit. Your dinner's out, your theater's out. Now how about some fruit? They say new apples are so sweet, your teeth may start to hurt. But when you need a sugar fix, they make a great dessert. An apple, they say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple, they say. An apple a day.
Welcome to the point, good sir, our little slice of hell. The wife's away, you're here to shop. Don't worry, I won't tell. They say me apples are so tart, your lips are sure to smack. But go on, dearie, take a bite. Just know they'll bite you back.
An apple, they say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple, they say. An apple a day.
Welcome to the points, good sir, or madam, or whoever. Name your price and name your spice. I've never once said never. Their apples may be fresh and firm, where mine be past their prime. But though me bushels ripe, it's gotten juicier with time.
An apple, they say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple, they say. An apple a day.
When others have and we have not, and seven sleep on every cot, and food is scarce, so then we thought, and rodents bite the bread we bought. When every lad's a drunken sot, and then those lies are hard to spot, and air is thick and reeks of rot, and bags are rich by every taunt.
When nights are cold and fevers hot, and birches run so swift to swat until they piss in every pot, and hawks scream out a shot. When women's eyes add up to squat, rice are filled from bites we caught, and bellies grow where then we lost, and hunger grips the bears we bust. We sweat and we blood and we bleed, we claw and we learn to work with what we've got.
Pressure fills up the brain, the praise and pain, and how did that be alright? Don't think about it. Too much pressure to speak. The voice is weak. I whisper when I wish I could shriek. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Down and down we go. Down and down we go. Down and down we go.
An apple a day.
In the caisson.
Work in the caissons continues, but not without a cost.
The deeper the men dig, the sicker they get, showing symptoms of a mysterious illness called the bends. And the sickest among them is the chief engineer.
Washington is finally forced to admit he cannot build the bridge without his wife's support.
Please, Emily, will you help me?
This bridge will consume our lives.
I know.
It will take everything we have to give.
I know.
We may not survive it.
I know.
I just don't see how it's worth it.
One uninterrupted span, leaping from shore to shore, gently bowing up like the horizon, giving passage to any sailing mast. Two granite and limestone towers, sunk in the river floor, climbing from the bedrock each one lies on, to an archway like a great cathedral door, to awe and even more, to last a mile from end to end, impossible in the past for any bridge.
But not this bridge,
The East River Bridge. 3 systems of state support, bracing the mighty road,
stronger than she ever will require,
to ensure she'll endure and never kneel, with her 4 cables,
immense and curved,
working to bear the load,
spun from 14,000 miles of wire,
smelted iron that never will corrode, a miracle that's owed to steel.
a public
the bridge. Yes, the river will be wide.
Yes, the river will be wide.
Yes, the caissons will be deep.
Yes, the caissons will be deep.
Yes, the time's unspecified.
Yes, we're in for quite a ride.
Yes, the price tag will be steep.
Let's not think about it.
Yes, our patience will be tried. Yes, we'll lose a lot of sleep. But with you by my side,
that's a promise I can keep.
well then, let's take the leap.
Together, the Roeblings navigate challenges on and off site.
But before long, Washington's physical and mental condition deteriorate. And it becomes clear he has no choice but to resign.
In the Act 1 finale, Emily is about to deliver Washington's resignation letter when she learns that his arch-rival plans to destroy the bridge once Washington is no longer chief.
Standing before the crew, Emily hatches a plan. Washington will not need to resign. She will be his bridge.
My husband is at home, lying in a bed, looking out a window. My husband should be here, leading like he led. So this is where I'll be, and I'll go from here to there, and I'll go from there to here, and he'll have a bridge in me, and we'll go onward, on to what's next, what's new, to a shore we swore we'd never reach. Then suddenly we're standing on the beach. That's what bridges do. When I am on the site, learning as I go, fielding all your questions. At first I won't fit in or know the things he'd know, but just you wait and see. For I'll go from here to there, and I'll go from there to here, and you'll have a bridge in me, and we'll go onward, on to what's next, what's new, to a side we tried but could not meet. Then suddenly there's a road beneath our feet. That's what bridges do. When the ground is even and it's miles of open land, we can get across all on our own. But when there is a river many claim cannot be spanned, that is when we cannot cross alone. That is when we trust a bridge to help us walk on air. Colonel Roebling got you here. Now let me get you there.
Onward!
Drama Showcase tonight to join us up on stage. Congratulations, Bridge. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much to Shimmer Team, the Stargazers team, the Screw City team, and the Friend Animals team, and the Bridge team. And thank you all so much for being here tonight for the first glimpse at these extraordinary new works. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much. We'll see you at Jazzy's.